morning, boatingbanner.com fans. Captain Larry here with chapter 41, I think it is, or 42. I don't even know where we are anymore. I'm on board. I apologize for yesterday. I had some problems with my camera, and so anyway, I missed some. We missed some spots there, and it kind of abruptly ended. We are going to finish the Hydra Sport project today. We're on the home stretch, and I'll be showing you a couple of things here that I think you'll find enjoyable. So let's get started. I forgot actually yesterday. I want to put on the snaps. This is our new webbing, and these are the snaps, of course, from the old product. So I'm just putting it on top smoothly as I can, hopefully centered wise, and so we can duplicate where they go, because this will hopefully fit on the snaps on the boat already. So we'll see. Hopefully that's all we can do. But what we will do today is I'll show you what I'm going to use is this strapping. They have different colors and different widths of this. It's like 1 inch. It will be working fine. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be duplicating, as I say, the product before. But what I'm going to do is, because this webbing has holes, there's very little for the needle to grab onto, obviously. So what we're going to do to make it a little stronger is I'm going to put a patch under the strapping under it like that, and a strap over it like that. So we'll be sewing really this two straps together, sandwiching the webbing. So that should make a nice hold. So we're going to do that. Hi again, here I am. Okay, here we go. Now I've cut straps to reinforce the webbing, and so I'm going to put one on the bottom, and then with the snap we'll put on top, and then we'll sew both of these ends. We'll give a little bit of flexibility to move to find the stud, so we should be good. So I'll show you how to do that. One of our good fans at Boating Banner asked me why. Oh, number one, you should, after you cut this strapping, I recommend you singe the edges, a little soldering gun, because otherwise they will unravel. But anyway, back to my story. One of our fans was asking me why I didn't use two-sided tape like Sailrite does on most of their projects, and I use a stapler instead. And I told him, and I'm telling you, there's a kind of a place for everything. I do use, this is a two-sided tape here, 1/4 inch. I think they call it like 139 at Sailrite or something like that. But you can just look for two-sided tape. And what I have found, it works fine, and I've used it on projects. If I can find the end here, where I've used it on projects where you're dealing with fabric, light fabric, like even canvasy kind of things. There we go. But when I get on these big heavy things and I'm pushing the stuff around, it doesn't work as well. So it's easier to staple, and really holds it together. What this does perfectly is a job like this, for example. This is the bottom strap we're going to use. Add some reinforcement, so I just stick the two-sided tape on there, see if I can get it peeled off. That's usually my biggest problem. There we go. Let's take off the top. Now all you got to do is lay it down there and center it. Get it on there right. I put my dot where that's going to go. Now see, that will hold it on there perfectly while I take the other top here and we're going to put that on. Now again, another thing I want to show you is this is, what is this called? Press and snap plier. I really like it. It's a little expensive, like 125 or something, but it's well worth it rather than banging and clanging. And I'm doing a number of projects here that are going to require a lot more stapling, so rather than drive myself crazy, I figured I better get a good tool, and it really does work nicely. Again, we just take our top cap there, and here we got, and this is our snapping mechanism. We got those two. And what I found, I showed you before, what I was doing was hitting it with a hole puncher. It really became a project. And I found an easier way to do that is just to take an awl. This is a Craftsman regular awl. I don't know if these come in different widths or not, but this is just a regular small little awl. And all I got to do is push it all the way in. And we go from the other side, make sure those two all the way in. It gives me a nice little hole. And that's the same size as this 3/16 shaft I got to put on for the snap, and I just put the snap on top of that, like that, put it in my little machine, put the plunger down on it, close it, and voila, abracadabra, we got a nice snap, nice and tight, good deal. And remember now, this is the bottom going towards the boat, so we have to have the snap mechanism that way. So, okay, just to review, singed both ends of the strap, use two-sided tape to secure right in the middle of the dot I put where the snap needs to go. Now this one, remember, the snap needs to go up to attach the boat, and there we are. Now I will just do the rest all around, and then I have to come back and sew all of these. Oh, that all the way around, and I made these snaps on the top for the top part. Remember, these got to be facing up, and we double taped the matching piece down there. Now all we need to do, I'll do this one here for you, is match them up. Make sure you go back to your dot you made where the snap from the template went, and try to get that, of course, as close as you can. Now all we're going to do is sew into sew the two straps together. Kind of, you want to kind of do this on the ends, because there's no way we're going to match up obviously properly, and so you want a little flex, a little give in these things, so the owner can put them back in. Take, bury my needle, pick it up a little bit, take a spin, and make sure we're still on top, and now we're going to go kind of at a diagonal backwards. You really almost can't sew these enough, because there's going to be some stress on them, of course. Swing this way, and we'll go down a little bit towards the snap in reverse. Again, keep looking at our mate on the bottom. And everything's lined right. Up and down. I'm going to go back. There you go. That should do it. Okay. Now we'll go to the other side. And make sure everything's matching up nice. Go to the end. Down. Forth. Down. Up. Towards the snap a little bit, like this. Cross, kind of an angle again. Yeah, that'll do it. There we go. And again, see, I kept space here, like an inch on each side. So this now is sewn onto here, so we should have some good hold. Yet we still have movement. You can move this, oh, I don't know, an inch or half inch or whatever to find the mating snap on the boat. There you go. Okay, here we are again. Now I have put all the fasteners on here. Again, we sandwiched the snaps on. So again, they got a little bit of movement, but they should be pretty tough now that because as I mentioned, the holes really don't allow much grabbing of the thread. So putting a strap on the back like that, I think is a good idea. Now we got a staple, and this is the of the whole project. This is the hardest. Now we have to sew on this bottom so that it's even all the way around, and we don't end up with a bunch of bunching on when we get down to the end. And I wish I knew exactly how to do that. I don't know. So what we're going to do, remember now everything is inside out. So now the snaps will be facing into the good part. Just remember, this is good face, and now we're going to call where the snaps are going good face. So everything's inside out for sewing. And what we're going to need to do is pick some spots to staple. And obviously the closer we can get to this being nice and even all around, the better chance we have of sewing it that way. So let's start over here first. I am concerned about this corner. This is our swing corner here. So that has to be in the right spot. We do that one first. The good thing about staples, they're not forever, so if you don't like what you did, change it. Put one there. And one over here. So we kind of get the north, south, east, and west covered here. And now you fold that up. So you're pulling the boxing out, and you're folding this over. And then you're putting the lines, hopefully, nice and even. And say this may take a few tries. You know, let's say we're just tacking this now so that we get an idea. So I'll finish this, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, here we are. We got it all stapled together now. It looks pretty good. Of course, I thought that before and I had trouble. So anyway, I tacked it. Let's say both ends first, like that. Then around, then filled it in. Just rolled it up on the piping here. You know, and it looks like we don't have a big Got some loops there. I don't know if they're going to cause us trouble or not, but anyway, but that's what it looks like when you get it stapled. And now we sew. And we're going to start, I think, from this end. Again, this is our pretty end, so we want to make sure that this side is good. If we have trouble, I want it over here somewhere, where the zipper is, and this again is going to be the side of the boat. So we'll start here in the loop, which will be the hardest part, and then we'll work away, and then we'll turn around and go back the other way. So we end up finishing up here and see what we end up with. So let me get set up. Because this is so bulky and I can't bring the camera close because the cushion's going to be swinging all over the place, I'll just get you started here. And then it's just simply, sewing around. So like I said, there's not much to learn until we get to the end and we find out how we match. We have a ripple in there or not. So anyway, let's just get started. Again, I'm going to go to this corner here, I think. Start right where that strap is. Big thing here, of course, you've got to make sure you don't get any fold under there. So make sure everything's out of the way and you're only sewing on the seam. And again, we want to make sure our edges are good. We want to make sure we're on that piping foot. Get it on here. There we go. Okay. So if you can see this now, we're on, this is the piping. Okay, let's get it going here. And you just got to take your time with this. I don't know how else to do it. Anyway, I'm banging already. You got to just go slow, because we're only slot tacking with the staples. It means we got to bring the webbing up to the foot. Just go slow and then feed. Try to keep things flat as you can. Again, make sure you're not sewing something you don't want to be. Here's our first corner. And just keep feeding the webbing. And make sure your cording foot is on top of that piping. Okay, so I will just keep going all the way around to about halfway, then I'll stop, and then I'll flip it over and I'll start the other way. So I'll show you. I did it. Look at that. We went all the way around. And we don't have a single, I shouldn't say a single pucker, but it looks fantastic. Came out even. I have no extra the webbing, I have no extra boxing, I have no extra vinyl. I think that we did it. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is make sure you get your staples out of there. You don't want those things rusting up. Then I am going to double seam it. There's a couple places you can see I kind of see right there where I got off a little bit. You definitely want to go by and tighten that up with another seam. But it looks fantastic. We'll see how it all comes together, but I'm excited. Anyway, let me get the staples out and resew it, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, welcome back. Hey, another big advantage I just found of double seaming everything is I went around twice checking for staples that I might have left in, and I found 3 when I was double seaming. So. Okay, now we're inside out. Now we gotta open that zipper. Remember, it's backwards, so you gotta stick your finger in there and push it. And now we'll turn it right side out again. see what kind of job we did. I'm so excited that we didn't have leftover material or a big bulge or something in there. Boy, that was exciting. I guess the moral of the story is to do your cutting right, make sure the sizes are proper, and so, you know, staple enough so you got a good positioning on everything, and it should come out okay, I guess. Even though that was the first time I think I've ever done one of these that it's come out virtually perfect like that, so I don't know. Come on, let's get this thing out here. Okay, now we got to try to stuff it. I'm going to try to do this without putting batten on. We'll do a test run first because I do want to put this silk covering on because this foam has a tendency to get wet. Let's give it a dry fit here and just see what we look like. I don't know what the secret is to stuffing either. Just gonna do it, I guess. You say it helps if you have a couple of people try to do this. I only have myself, so try to figure out how to do it myself. Too good yet. Okay. Obviously these corners are the toughest to get filled up with foam. Usually have to zip and unzip this a few times if something is not in the right position. It's not a bad first try, huh? Look at that. And then you just, well, I won't do the massages. Let me put that flip here because the foam is not covered. But boy, that was fantastic, didn't it? First shot. Very impressed. I'm getting better all the time. The bottom. I guess the snaps are in the right spot. I hope they are. I say there's a little play in them, so the owner can move them around. That's good. A little wrinkle there. But these things, when you get them, you can massage the vinyl and the foam to get it to lay well, lay right. See, we're sticking up there. Anyway, you want to unzip and put your hand in there, but I'm going to put that silk foam on. Okay, everybody, there's the end of 42, chapter 42, the Hydra Sport. You saw all the pieces now. I'm not sure what our next project will be, but I sure appreciate you coming by and hope you guys have great luck with your projects. You have a great day.